Hey everybody, welcome. I just got this new little car phone mount thing because I realized, man, I spend a lot of time in my car every week and I'm not doing anything while I'm driving to and from all the places. Why don't I make some videos and use the time to be productive and put something good out into the world? So if we haven't met yet, or if you're new around here, my name is Brandon. A couple months ago, I was let go from my job. And right around that time, I had been thinking about starting a print-on-demand business, primarily with Etsy, and did that. Although I have another job now, I have a lot less pressure and expectations in that role, and been able to spend much more time building these little Etsy shops, and created this channel as a way for those of us who are just getting started could have some real talk, right? There are a lot of Etsy and print-on-demand gurus out there in YouTube land, and I appreciate a lot of what they have to say. But what you're gonna get here is very real talk, no edits, one-shot videos, no fancy cameras or equipment, obviously, and no pipe dreams. I'm not gonna tell you how to make your first $1 million in 12 days by opening an Etsy shop. That's not what this is about. So glad you're here. One of the things I've been thinking about this week is about niches. Those Etsy and print-on-demand gurus will tell you you have to have your niche figured out when you get ready to open your shop. And while I do believe that to be kind of true, I'm not buying it wholesale. And here's the reason why. While I do think that you need to start with a good idea of kind of what you want to do and who you want to sell it to, what I have learned in my experience has been that my niche has, instead of being like designed or declared, my niche has kind of sort of emerged. I didn't set out to say I'm going to sell these things to these particular people. I kind of started and threw some designs up and started watching some statistics, and then I made a sale or two and started to look at some trends, and that's how I am where I'm at today. And I'm certainly not saying that I've got it all figured out, but I do think that we kind of are taught the way we're taught to figure out our niche is a little bit backwards. I don't know that we have to know exactly what it is and who it is we're selling to going into it. And if you do have those ideas, don't be so rigid that you don't pivot. Because I went into it thinking I'm going to sell these designs to these kinds of people, and I didn't have a ton of success right off the bat. Made a couple tweaks, changed a few things, started watching those statistics and whatever, and thought, well, maybe I'll try this. And then I tried a different kind of design, and then lo and behold, I started to get a sale, and then another sale, and then I started looking at those trends to see where we got to it. So we don't have to know the niche before we start. We don't have to have a perfect understanding of our niche before we start. Like I said, I put out some listings. I was selling stickers, and my stickers have kind of a snarky, like office humor vibe. Some of those, I got some looks, but nothing really sold. I picked up and thought, well, maybe I'll try this other product. So I slapped some of those designs on another product. And all this time, I'm kind of watching my Etsy ad spend. Who's searching for what? Who's clicking what? What's not getting clicks at all? And then just kind of studied and refined and tweaked and changed. Tried a new product. Tried a different kind of phrase. And then I would make a sale. So then I would look at that and be like, okay, what about this listing got it sold? And then as I made another sale and then another sale, and I had my first multi-sale day earlier this week, I started to notice a trend emerge. And I got to thinking, wow, this is kind of what my shop has sort of evolved into at this point. And so then I doubled down on that particular product and that particular style of design for this particular person in mind. And what that looks like today, it does not look anything like what I started with a couple of months ago. And I don't expect that what I have today is going to be my end all be all. I still think that there's going to be certain kind of trends that emerge as I continue to make sales and make new designs and put things out there that people are interested in. And so the niche is not something that you have to decide. Let the niche be discovered for you. Okay? Let the niche be discovered. And the only way to really do that is to kind of start real messy, right? Start throwing some designs up. Start throwing a certain product up that you're interested in. It may feel chaotic. It may feel messy. I know at one point in my shop, I had stickers and shirts and something else and a digital download, and it felt like it was all over the place, and that made me feel uncomfortable. But I realized that that's all part of the process of discovering my niche and what's going to work as I continue to grow this shop. So my encouragement to you would be, don't wait till you feel like you've got everything figured out to get started. Okay? You're not going to have your niche 100% nailed down. Throw listings up. The only way you're going to figure out and let your niche kind of emerge is if you start testing things and throwing things out there and seeing what is working for you. So start. Don't wait any longer. Don't be like, oh, I'm still trying to figure it. Don't. Just start. Just put things in your shop, get designs out there, get listings out there, and then see what happens. And then pay attention as you continue to grow. So it's going to feel chaotic. It's going to feel a little messy. You're going to feel almost all over the place whenever you're posting things. And that's okay. That's okay. That is better than doing nothing, right? Because your niche, I would be willing to bet that until you and I get a lot of experience under our belts doing this, that our niche is not just going to jump right out at us. We are going to continue the process of discovering what our niche actually is. So that's my encouragement to you. Get it done. Get some listings up there. Start paying attention to the statistics. If you're able to start running Etsy ads, that's a great way to do some research into what's working and what's not working, so that you can pivot away from what's not getting any looks or clicks or likes or favorites or placed in the carts, and start doubling down on the things that are working for you. So we'll talk about that in another video. But if you're on this journey, if you're thinking about starting, maybe you just got started and you are down for just some real talk about what is working, what's not working, the mistakes that are being made, all the things, and you're kind of tired of the flashy, clickbaity, whatever, I would love it if you would hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment, let me know you're out there, and I hope that you will come back soon. All right, talk to you later all. Bye.